Welcome back to Chasing the Target. We're going to be discussing Lucknow Super Giants, जो competition है हैदराबाद की, not just in cricket but also in cuisine. बिरयानी की हमेशा लड़ाई होती रहती between Lucknow and Hyderabad. And Lucknow ऐसी टीम है जो है 2-3 साल पुरानी, लेकिन काफी अच्छी प्रदर्शन रही है उन लोगों की already. I think from quite some time they've always come third. And they've come third. I think successive years में they've come third. And 2022 2023 अलग अलग कैप्टन थे. ऑब्वियसली केएल राहुल की इंजरी हुई थी. चिराग भाई किथे यारो भाई, किधर आ गए उस्ताद, तुम गलत मोड़ ले लिया आज तो तुम. खैर मेरी राहुल की टीम की बातें चल रही है. आई थिंक आप दिल से याद करो किसी चीज को तो पूरी कायनात आपको याद दिला दी. तो आई थिंक वो हिसाब का सिचुएशन है आपका और केएल राहुल का. बट अगेन केएल राहुल का अब भी I mean, he's a decent player now after Asia Cup at least. What we were seeing initially, पहले जो आप और मैं दोनों एग्री कर रहे थे, मेरा थोड़ा आई थिंक थोड़ा वो कंट्रोल हो गया. But yes, Lucknow Super Giants, a team that has come in 2022, made it to the playoffs. 2023 made it to the playoffs without a KL Rahul. I think that speaks volumes कि भाई कितनी अच्छी टीम है ये. But वही है कि जो फाइनल फ्रंटियर है, जो फाइनल्स में पहुंचने की जो माइंडसेट है, आई थिंक थोड़ी लैक करती है. दे प्रॉब्ली नीड लाइक अ किलर इंस्टिंक्ट, player who can take that responsibility to shift them to the finals. Maybe I think that player was KL Rahul last year, but unfortunate injury के वजह से उनका they fell short and they lost. तो I think yes, important point note करने के लिए है कि गौतम गंभीर जो कोच थे, उनके जो हेड कोच थे, he will not be with लखनऊ सुपर जायंट्स ये साल, क्योंकि obviously उनको केकेआर वापस बुला लिया. एंड आई थिंक गौतम गंभीर जो मेंटालिटी सेट करे थे लखनऊ के प्लेयर्स में, ऑल्सो एक फायदा क्या था गौतम गंभीर की, नई टीम थी, अनएस्टैब्लिश टीम थी 2022 में. आफ्टर कितने यार 2008 से लेके 14 साल के बाद एक टीम एस्टैब्लिश. तो यू सीन इन एंड अराउंड आईपीएल, आप वो पूरा एक्सपीरियंस ले लिया एज अ प्लेयर, एज अ कोच. सो I think when you went into Lucknow, you set up a mindset कि भाई ऐसी mentality के साथ Lucknow has to play, and I think that was easier for Gautam Gambhir to instill in the players. And more or less Lucknow ज़्यादा business करती नहीं. They always have similar players, like let it be KL Rahul, let it be Krunal Pandya, let it be Puran, Stoinis. It's always the same kind of players. एक आध दो yes change होते रहते. But अब गौतम गंभीर नहीं है, बट गोरे गौतम गंभीर आ चुके हैं, यानी कि जस्टिन लैंगर, जो इक्वली आई थिंक इज पैशनेट फॉर द गेम. मे बी गंभीर इज अ बिट मोर, बट यस, जस्टिन लैंगर इज आल्सो वेरी इमोशनल व्हेन इट कम्स टू द गेम. ही गॉट लैंस क्लूजर इन सपोर्ट स्टाफ, ही गॉट जॉन्टी रोड्स in the support staff. So I think Lucknow Super Giants, yes, coaching wise, it will probably, we'll have to see how they live without Gautam Gambhir and his expertise in and around the field. And he knew those players personally as well. 2 साल से आप डगआउट में रहते हो तो आप you sort of understand the players much better. अब जस्टिन लैंगर आते हैं, will there be a cultural difference? Will there be like a language barrier? आप काफी चीला होते हैं, but again cricket is cricket. You have to understand at the end of the day changes तो inevident है, कभी ना कभी तो होने ही वाले हैं. So moving ahead from Gautam Gambhir, if we look at the team this year for Lucknow Super Giants, they got KL Rahul, Stoinis, they've got Puran, they've got Huda, they've got Myers and Quinton de Kock. देवदूत पटिकल जबरदस्त ट्रांसफर आया उनका राजस्थान रॉयल्स से. उनके पास शमार जोसेफ, द गाय जिसने गाबा का घमंड जो फोड़ दिया था, 7 wickets in one day, and then the batting a day before, breaking his leg, coming back the last day, picking up 7 wickets. तो शमार जोसेफ के लिए तो काफी एक्साइटेड हूं मैं. मार्क वुड की नोट कर लिया, मार्क वुड नहीं रहेंगे दिस टाइम अराउंड फॉर the Lucknow Super Giants. He has withdrawn from the competition, so that's where Shamar Joseph has come in. They have Naveen Al-Haq as a experienced overseas player. So Stoinis से डेविड विली, अगर आपको याद है डेविड विली इंडिया के खिलाफ इंडिया का वर्ल्ड कप के मैच में डेविड विली परफॉर्म pretty well, and he gave India quite some time. He can bowl the good Yorkers, he can keep his economy high. Last time अगर आप लास्ट ईयर का स्पेसिफिक अगर डेटा उठा के देख लो तो I think लखनऊ स्ट्रगल्ड मोर एट होम, उनके प्लेयर्स घर पे ज्यादा रन नहीं मारे थे, अवे पे ज्यादा मारे थे, बिकॉज इकाना का जो विकेट है इट इज ऑन अ स्लोअर साइड, इट्स मोर इट वाज स्पिन फ्रेंडली बोल लो, इट वाज अनप्रिडिक्टेबल एट टाइम्स, बहुत लो स्कोरिंग गेम्स थे, 120 ऑड गेम्स थे, तो uh, इसमें क्या है कि होम एडवांटेज मिल नहीं रहा था लखनऊ को, दे लॉस्ट अ लॉट ऑफ देयर गेम्स एट होम, दे वर परफॉर्मिंग ओवरसीज, आई मीन हैदराबाद को तो हैदराबाद में फोड़ दिया था पूरा, and I watched that game live, so that was very upsetting. But yes, Lucknow was not a home advantage kind of game. अब wicket बदली है, red soil का wicket बनाया है. We'll have to see how the players adapt to that, how the teams adapt to that, how the team adapts to that. Will they be able to come off a victory immediately? वही देखना पड़ेगा कि भाई pitch कैसा phase out करती है. How does it help the Lucknow Super Giants in their pursuit towards the playoffs? I mean, you can't keep them off the top four. I think top four में रखना जरूरी है, because back to back 2 years अगर आप देख लो, Lucknow has made it to the third spot, and they've been fantastic. I mean, कहीं ना कहीं से Quinton de Kock, कहीं ना कहीं से आपके Krunal Pandya at times, yeah, Marco Stoinis, we know what a finisher he can be. Nicholas Puran, I think, is a very important aspect of this thing. So we'll have to see कि भाई how they adapt to that. चिराग भाई बोले एलएसजी विल बी सेकंड पंजाब विदाउट जीजी, ऐसा लग रहा है। आई डोंट थिंक इतने भी बुरे हालात हो जाएंगे एलएसजी के, बिकॉज यूनिट प्रीटी सिमिलर है, एंड मेंटालिटी गेम मेंटालिटी बहुत अलग है पंजाब से। आई डोंट सी इन पंजाब, आई डोंट सी an intention to win नहीं बोल सकता, but I don't see it in the players to take up that responsibility, whereas in Lucknow I think they're just missing that one piece of the puzzle where they have a finisher who takes the responsibility, like an Andre Russell in Kolkata Knight Riders, or like like a David Warner that was in Sunrisers, or a Virat Kohli. Like, they need someone who can take the game till the end, and at least you know instill that positive mentality, instill that game winning mentality. तो मेरे हिसाब से I think there's just one loose end, because they go back to back they win. Yes, गौतम गंभीर का हाथ बहुत बड़ा था, but mind also कि भाई the players at the end of the day play on the field, and उनका थोड़ा बहुत कंट्रीब्यूशन अगर आप देखो, इट्स मोर और लेस सिमिलर टीम है, तो मेरे हिसाब से लखनऊ कैन स्टिल मेक इट टू द प्लेऑफ्स अगेन। It's just like Punjab kind of वही है कि भाई they just always have a good team, but they never have it. So I just don't think that they have the mindset. A championship mindset बहुत important है, and a lot of, like, again Punjab discuss करते मुस्तफा भाई a few days ago, and yeah, it's just like these guys always have a good team, but they just don't have the temperament, and they need to find someone with that temperament. And similarly with Lucknow, अगर आप देख लो कि there's KL Rahul, there's a lot of good players in this team, and bowling wise, yes, they might not be the strongest बोल सकते हैं Indian wise, but you have Shamar Joseph, you've got Amit Mishra, spin department solid है भाई, Amit Mishra, Ravi Bishnoi, और क्या होना, Amit Mishra has been in the IPL since 2008 or 10 or whatever, and he's been in Delhi, he's been in Sunrisers, he's just smashed it everywhere, he's gone, बेहतरीन experience है बंदे के पास। रवि बिश्नोई इंडिया के लिए सुपर ओवर डाले, तो रवि बिश्नोई की काबिलियत तो हमें मालूम ही है कि भाई he has been fantastic. I think post the IPL he's picked up like 30 plus wickets, and he's just been fantastic. तो मेरे हिसाब से I think अगर आप देखो रवि बिश्नोई, अमित मिश्रा हैं, और अपने काफी there's Shivam Mavi also can be utilized, if he gets going, he think, then there's Yash Thakur है, युद्धवीर सिंह जो काफी मेरे को he sort of impressed me with his speed. अगर युद्धवीर सिंह को रखे तो I think that is also a good shout. So I mean, they've got a good squad. They can make a proper season out of this, provided they play to their strengths. अब सवाल ये है कि अगर आप बैटिंग लाइनअप पे जाओगे, then it gets interesting कि भाई where does KL Rahul play? KL Rahul opening wise, yes, he made bulk of his runs opening as a batsman. आप उनको उनका 50 of 18 balls ले लो या कुछ भी, he can bat anywhere, no doubt. KL Rahul has the ability, कि he showed in an IPL के भाई 50 रन 18 बॉल से भी मार सकते हैं, 23 बॉल में भी मार सकते हैं, 50-50 में भी मार सकते हैं। तो आई थिंक मेरे हिसाब से KL राहुल अब जो ऑडिशन या जो भी आप बोल लो उनका, he wants to प्ले द वर्ल्ड कप है ना। वर्ल्ड कप में आपके पास अभी देखो रोल बहुत लिमिटेड है, आपके पास एक ही रोल पे जो केएल राहुल टारगेट करे 5 पे, you'll have रिंकू सिंह, you'll have ईशान किशन if he gets an opportunity, you'll have so many people contesting for that. तो केएल राहुल आई थिंक पहले भी बोल चुके हैं कि he wants to play at number 5. now who does open? देवदूत पडिक्कल is the perfect guy to open then, अगर आप वैसा देखेंगे, क्योंकि देवदूत पडिक्कल आरसीबी में ओपन कर चुके हैं, वी नो दैट ही कैन ओपन, ही कैन प्ले नंबर 4, बट नंबर 4 में थोड़ा टी20 में आई थिंक स्ट्रगल करे राजस्थान रॉयल्स के साथ, बिकॉज उनको इतनी खैर ही डिडंट गेट अ लॉट ऑफ गेम्स एज वेल, बट मेरे हिसाब से आई थिंक in Lucknow for Devdutt Padikkal to start with the confidence that he got from England के साथ खेल के टेस्ट मैच था वो हालांकि different format, but I think it plays on your mind as a player के now you know कि भाई आप इंडिया के लिए खेल चुके हो, you're in good rhythm. He looked fantastic, थोड़े sixes जो मारे, जो boundaries मारे उन्होंने धर्मशाला में, I think I was very impressed with his batting. So I think Quinton de Kock, Kyle Myers, one of these two with Devdutt Padikkal, ये मुस्तफा भाई की predicted 11 है, so I think Devdutt Padikkal with Quinton de Kock or Myers would be a good shout. Number three पे अब आप KL Rahul नहीं खेलेंगे because obviously he wants to play the World Cup and you've got Virat Kohli over there, so I don't think he would want to even try to play that. तो मेरे हिसाब से if you look at the next best thing, it could be probably a Nicholas Puran that could come in early, or you could even promote like a Marco Stoinis. Stoinis अगर ऊपर आके थोड़े बॉल के, usually आप देखो Stoinis का रोल ऐसा है कि he comes and he sort of finishes off game. He's like the Russell of this team, under Russell of this team is the muscle of this team. He comes and changes the game, and his उसकी strength वही है कि भाई, और अभी हाल में भी I think उन्होंने और टिम डेविड ने I think एक मैच फिनिश करा था ऑस्ट्रेलिया वर्सेस वेस्ट इंडीज, और ऑस्ट्रेलिया वर्सेस वन ऑफ these T20s में where they smashed it. I think it was Tim David who did majority of the hitting, but yeah, so Stoinis has that capability of smashing it as well in the middle. So now either you put you put Marcus Stoinis up the order, or you can put Nicholas Puran up the order. It's depending upon how you see it yourself. But personally, I think maybe I'd put Nicholas Puran because he's used to playing that role for the West Indies. And number three पे आके अगर वो भाई वो बंदा 50 or 25, like what we've seen him do over the years against Sunrisers, the way he came and smashed it, he can do anything. So I think Nicholas Puran at number three. Then you could put you could put Marco Stoinis number four, and then KL Rahul number five. But I think KL Rahul would probably play number four or number five. उससे ज्यादा नीचे या उससे ज्यादा ऊपर शायद ना खेलें KL Rahul. तो मेरे हिसाब से I think कोई number four five में play करना पड़ेगा KL Rahul को, and Marco Stoinis will do it dependent. Then you have Deepak Huda जिनका obviously Ranji Trophy उतना अच्छा नहीं गया, but I think विजय हजारे में काफी runs अच्छे मारे उन्होंने. He had a good average. He kept smashing a lot of runs. So Deepak Huda, will come probably after KL Rahul at like six, and then you've got Badoni, you've got Krunal Pandya, all-rounder. All-rounders की कमी नहीं है चिराग भाई, इधर आप देख लो all-rounder हम भी बहुत ही लोगों के बाद पास. They've got Deepak Huda, they've got Shivam Avi थोड़ी बैटिंग कर लेता, they've got Ayush Badoni, they've got Krunal Pandya, they've got like a lot of Marco Stoinis himself. So this is a jam-packed team for all-rounders. I think they have a very good foreign unit as well. At the same time, they've got a very good amount of all-rounders. All-rounders भरपूर है इन लोगों के पास, from Pandya to Huda to Stoinis to everybody. So I think they can make a lot of damage. They can turn the games a lot along their way. And it's going to be funny, but वही है कि विकेट कैसा प्ले आउट करती है उसके हिसाब से टीम सेट करना पड़ेगा. अगर स्लोअर विकेट है वही 120 125 है, then Mishra and your Bishnoi will come into action, or else we'll have to see. The issue is Krunal and Huda तो पता नहीं, not I think Krunal Pandya last year काफी टाइम पे फेल हुआ था, but I think in certain games he also did play well. जो 3 विकेट लिए थे I think Sunrisers के against था if I'm not wrong, जब उन्होंने 3 विकेट पिकअप करके मैच टर्न कर दिया था on its head. So I think he has certain times he manages to take those wickets in current situation जहाँ पे जरूरत पड़ती है. So yeah, I think but again yes, galore है काफी ज्यादा, all rounder galore है ये team. So I think that's also a very big advantage for them. And again in the top order आप देखो Quinton de Kock अगर नहीं चला आपका तो आपके पास वेस्ट इंडियन हिटर है काइल मायर्स है, देन आपका पुरन आ रहा, देन आपका देवदत्त पडिक्कल आ रहा, स्टोइनिस आपका केएल राहुल आ रहा, देन आपका स्टोइनिस आ रहा, दीपक हुडा आ रहा, मावी आ रहा, या मावी भी नहीं आया तो बदोनी आए बाद मावी आ सकता. There's so much batting in this team, so I think that way also they have it. But again वही है कि प्लेयर पे रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी आई थिंक तीन प्लेयर्स 4 प्लेयर्स लेके चलना पड़ेगा लखनऊ को मेरे हिसाब से. केएल राहुल ऑब्वियसली विदाउट स्टेट आप कैप्टन है, आप तो रिस्पॉन्सिबल है ना. Nicholas Puran, this guy has to be very consistent in his run scoring. What we've seen in the last couple of series, he's been hitting a lot of runs. So Nicholas Puran needs to carry this. 14 गेम में से अगर आप मेरे को 8-9 भी पुरन की इनिंग्स दे रहे, maybe it's a lot to ask. I'll take that, like Nicholas Puran. Quinton de Kock, this guy is a match winner. He needs to play a couple of match-winning innings for LSG for them to secure that playoff space. And then the last but not the least, Marco Stoinis. so they're batting dependent a bit more than bowling dependent. Because bowling dependent में yes, you have overseas, you have decent bowling attack, but it's not like अरे भाई ये कौन आ गया. Playable bowlers है, maybe Shamar Joseph will be a new addition to the IPL, but apart from that everybody else they know कि भाई कौन है क्या है. So मेरे हिसाब से uh, LSG they have a very decent squad. They have potential to make the playoffs. They've done it back to back for 2 years, but वही है कि भाई Gautam Gambhir out, Justin Langer in. Difference is that KL Rahul was not, so अगर गंभीर गया तो KL Rahul भी वापस आ गया. वैसा भी आपको वो कॉन्टेक्ट भी लेना पड़ेगा. So I think it's yeah, they don't have that much crowd support usually. नवाबी लोग हैं, लखनऊ के थोड़े बहुत घर पे बैठ के देखते हैं, but I think they'll come. Like अब तो पिच भी चेंज हो गई, you don't know how that will play out. अगर it's a good red soil pitch, it'll be good. ज्यादा स्पिन नहीं होगी, ज्यादा स्लो नहीं हो सकती है. Again, we'll have to see how it makes way in the IPL. But ये टीम भाई कर सकते हैं. I think top four में will I keep LSG? I think I will keep LSG in my top four because they have proven it back to back, and they've got some good mentality in this team. They've got Quinton de Kock, who's been a ex-captain, KL Rahul, who's a Indian cricketer, Puran, he's a fantastic T20 player, Marcos Stoinis, a great finisher. Most excited to see, I think मेरे लिए शमार जोसेफ ही है. उनका जो स्टोरी है, incredible story of wood chopping करते थे वो, wood chopping से the way he's become a great West Indian cricketer. Gava पे जो उसका 7 wicket haul था, so I'm very excited to see this guy. Yes, inexperienced पेस अटैक है, इंडियन पेस अटैक. अगर आप देखो यश ठाकुर हैं, यश ठाकुर हैं, एंड इसके बाद आपके पास ज्यादा मयंक, युद्धवीर सिंह है, शिवम मावी. आई मीन Shivam Mavi, you probably won't say inexperienced, but he's not very consistently playing because domestic में भी उनका Delhi, I think he plays for Delhi. ज्यादा opportunity नहीं मिलता. Mohsin Khan, again, if Mohsin Khan can give LSG the Mohsin Khan of the past before the shoulder injury, then it will be different ball game. Mohsin Khan अगर he's managing to play a fantastic IPL for Lucknow ये time, भाई बहुत मजा आ जाएगा, because this guy has a good wicket taking ability, which also has been a big problem because power play में लखनऊ ज्यादा विकेट उठाते नहीं. लखनऊ के विकेट ज्यादा पावर प्ले में आते नहीं, and that is where also they sort of don't are not able to make a lot of pressure on the opposition, जिसके वजह से runs leak होते. So I think वो भी एक factor है कि भाई they need someone. और अभी भी आप देख लो शॉपिंग करते टाइम मिनी ऑक्शन में उन्होंने किसी को उठाया नहीं जो आप बोल सकते कि पावर प्ले में विकेट उठा सकते हैं. But again, you never know if Mohsin Khan, Shamar Joseph, these guys manage to get Naveen ul Haq, अगर pitch slow है तो he'll also come in handy. So I think they can do some damage, and they've always done damage. See, again, without crowd, without a team, without a defiant team, they still managed to make the playoffs 2 times in a row. So I think, and it's not like कि भाई आजू बाजू भी अगर आप देखो दूसरे टीवी टीम, ऐसा नहीं कि कोई ज्यादा कुछ डिफरेंस है लास्ट ईयर से ज्यादा स्क्वाड्स में, राइट. हाँ, ऑब्वियसली हार्दिक पांड्या मुंबई में आ गया, दैट्स वन डिफरेंस. ऋषभ पंत इज बैक एज दिल्ली कैपिटल्स के कैप्टन भी बाय द वे अनाउंस हो गए ऋषभ पंत 1 घंटा या 2 घंटे पहले ऑन. सो आई थिंक यही है. स्लो पिच ही ठीक थी, बट अगेन आप यही तो देख लो चिराग भाई के लखनऊ ही रन नहीं मार रहे थे, राइट. I think strike rate of Puran and Quinton de Kock was like 16 and 18 when they were playing at home, and away along ka strike rate was like something else. Like, so they were not hitting the ball a lot. The average was 16 or 18, sorry, at home, and they were averaging like somewhere around 30-40 away. So they were not able to have a home advantage to start with. So that's one thing. Then they don't have power play wicket takers. But now, they've got a few good bowlers under their skin with David Willey also, who knows how to bowl in this area. He's played in these conditions before. अब finisher के लिए अगर आप देख लो, I think Stoinis has to take that role up. I don't trust Deepak Hooda to be a finisher. He's played decently well in the Vijay Hazare ये साल, लेकिन मेरे हिसाब से I think Deepak Hooda right now, maybe if he does it this year, I don't know, I can't say it, but last year he was shocking. Ayush Badoni has played one good season, second season ज़्यादा दिखे नहीं वो मेरे को. Myers को will you bring him down the order? I don't think, like, you won't even mingle with like Marcus Stoinis, because he'll be cemented as well, right? So I think वो एक Stoinis and Deepak Hooda really needs to play out of his skin for Lucknow to have a good finisher or two, and then KL Rahul when his number 5, वो देखना पड़ेगा कि भाई KL Rahul कैसा करेगा, how he's going to manage to take this season by a storm and put his name in that World Cup squad, right? वो सबसे बड़ी चीज KL Rahul के लिए कि भाई World Cup खेलना है उसको. So that's an additional push for him and the entire team. I'm pretty sure he will want to even win the IPL just to his name comes up in the World Cup ranks. So I think वो बहुत important चीज रहेगा उनके लिए. And apart from that, like again, समय बोला spin department उनकी अच्छी है. Ravi Bishnoi and Amit Mishra, these two guys can pick up wickets like that if it's a slow pitch. So that'll be good for them. And they'll need to make sure that Ravi Bishnoi doesn't leak a lot of runs and stuff. And he's picked up like 33 wickets since the IPL. Ravi Bishnoi, so go ahead, and Krunal Pandya can give you a few good 4 overs as well. They've got Arshan Kulkarni also, जो under 19 boy है. I think recently उनका Justin Langer के साथ भी बात हो रहा था, and Justin Langer was giving him tips on how experienced batsmen like Virat Kohli करते, इनका करते, उनका mindset read करो, ये करो. तो yeah, I mean Justin Langer तो must be full busy right now trying to stamp his authority in that Lucknow dugout. But right now, yeah, I think more or less, yeah, I think the only difference will be that KL will come number 5 in this team, Puran will be 3, Padikkal will open, Huda will be the same, Stones will be the same, just a few here and there. Krunal Pandya might come a little bit lower the order, obviously. Bowling, Shamar Joseph or Naveen ul Haq, one of them. And yeah, impact player probably they could, depending on what play Badoni or they'll play like someone else. Depending upon the pitch, how it's working, and then they have David Willey also overseas who they can play. So they've got much more options. It's just how they utilize their resources, how they manage to, क्या बोलते, get in their experienced, hopefully they're experienced players like in KL Rahul, Nicholas Puran and Quinton de Kock. Stoinis, they managed to take up the responsibility and finish off games faster. Puran was next season was so good that he'll done for next few years. I don't think he will do much this, and that's what we've seen, right? I mean, उसकी consistency has been a question, but Puran right now जितना भी T20 cricket खेला है, he's done decently well. I think he's played what Abu Dhabi in the IL T20 as well. Before that, he was playing for West Indies against Australia. He played a few good innings there as well. So he is in nick and touch. He's not as bad as we were. He was in Sunrisers. I mean, Sunrisers में तो उन्हें हम लोगों को रुला दिया. And the minute he left Sunrisers, he just went into something else, and that's what it is. And I think again a few opportunistic areas अगर आप देखो for Lucknow would be KL Rahul turning into a finisher, Padikkal establishing himself, and finally the Devdutt Padikkal that I've been waiting for some time since RCB. I've been a fan of this guy, of his batting and of his timing, of his stroke play. If he's able to establish a name, it's this club and it's this franchise, because right now they need someone who can start up top with Quinton de Kock or Kyle Marsh. I think that'll be important. And Bishnoi again T20 selection के लिए रुके हुए होंगे along with KL also. Bishnoi also has to roll his wrists a bit more and manage to get a lot of wickets. So it'll be fun to see कि भाई कैसा करना है. Impact sub में तो you have Deepak Hooda, you have Padoni. You can play around in that impact play area as well. Like you don't need to like now you don't have to play Deepak Hooda, but Deepak Hooda is also a very handy fielder. तो देखना पड़ेगा कि क्या करते हैं. बट चिराग भाई आप बोलो किधर रेट कर रहे हैं आप, टॉप 10 में या आपके टॉप 4 कौन है, क्या है, और आप कैसे कहाँ हैं, और दिख रही से तुम बैगन. सुदीप दादा भी आ गए. माय गॉड मैन, वेयर दिस गाय. पिच रिपोर्ट, पिच चेंज हो गया यहाँ पे. सुदीप दादा लखनऊ में पिच चेंज हो गया. होप आप ठीक से हैं, आप बहुत टाइम के बाद दिखे मेरे को. बट आई थिंक वही है कि इट्स ऑल अबाउट द एक्सपीरियंस प्लेयर्स टेकिंग responsibility, the youngsters trying to make a name for themselves. This team can go places and they've always gone places. It's just the change of management. How much will that impact? How much Gautam Gambhir की absence affect या impact करेंगे ये टीम को देखना पड़ेगा. Will Justin Langer be able to match the mentality that Gautam Gambhir has? They both are similar figures. दोनों बहुत ज़्यादा emotional है क्रिकेट को लेके, बहुत ज़्यादा गुस्सा आ जाता दोनों को. Is what we've seen in the past. But I think last 3 or maybe even last. And that's what it is with this team and Gujarat Titans. Have generally देखो, you usually put these guys in the last, but they manage to somehow scrimmage their way through. But I would say चलो maybe top 4 में नहीं रखूंगा शायद. Realistically अगर मैं जाऊंगा, because I've already kept Chennai over there, I've kept Sunrisers over there, I have 2 more spots there. And then I've got number 5 पे I've got what's their name? Probably not even Punjab. I think Gujarat, Mumbai Indians, and you've got 6 pay. You can put Gujarat and. But top 4 में I think right now I'll only keep Chennai and Sunrisers, because Sunrisers तो biased है. अब Delhi Capitals का interesting रहेगा. चिराग भाई मिलना क्या करते हैं इस साल, because पंत तो आ गया, but again उसकी establishment देखेंगे भाई पंत क्या ही करेगा ये साल. That'll be very interesting. And David Warner has to be the David Warner of the past. Harry Brook भाग गया आपके पास से, अच्छा हुआ हम तो बेच दिए भाई. Like seriously, if he did that to Hyderabad would have been done. But yeah, I mean Lucknow Super Giants again not taking anything. I will not be shocked if they come into the top 4. Honestly, because I can see this team as a decent team. It's a good team if they play to their strengths, if they balance it out every game properly, depending upon the pitch and the conditions, they will make a lot of noise. They can, and they already have back to back 2022. They've got what do you call it, third spot playoffs बना दिए. Same with 2023 playoffs बना लिए without KL Rahul. Now वही है कि life without Gautam Gambhir, and that adaptability is one thing. They've got good records against Hyderabad, 4 बार जीत चुके हैं. मुंबई के साथ तीन, like they've got a good record. They've got a good record against चेन्नई के साथ, तो इतना ज्यादा I think 3 ही मैच खेले होंगे, but apart from that, it's they're decent. They're a decent team. They're a good opposition to face. तो दिल्ली तो gone है. दिल्ली तो gone है यार. Seriously. They will lose every match by close margin, but they will. But like again, वही है ना, last 2 years they've had a similar kind of team. It's what is putting the doubt. And then Mark Wood भी नहीं था last year. Mark Wood भी ज्यादा कुछ नहीं करा है. Like Samar Joseph will be exciting. Like Ravi Bishnoi चल गया. There is a possibility. Like, but again, I will not be surprised if they do well. Is what I'm saying. I'm not putting them in my top 4, but I'm also not saying like I will be shocked, because what I can see, they've got talent there. You cannot neglect the talent. T20 wise, Stoinis, Puran, Myers or Quinton de Kock, you would take them in any team. You've got KL Rahul, who can play a decent innings. You've got Devdutt Patikal. If he proves himself, this time is the best time to do it. And Bishnoi, like you've got a decent bunch here. ये नहीं बोलूंगा कि IPL जीतने वाली टीम है ये, but हरा भी सकते हैं लोगों को on the day. And that's what they've done last 2 years. But वही है कि गंभीर की एब्सेंस कितनी ज्यादा गंभीर प्रूफ होती है इन लोगों के लिए, वो टाइम ही बताएंगा अपने को. बट आई थिंक प्रीटी मच लखनऊ की भी बारी अब रैप हो चुकी है. एकाना स्टेडियम में नया पिच डल चुका है, नया कोच जस्टिन लंगड़ा आ चुका है, इंजर्ड कैप्टन लास्ट ईयर वाले केएल राहुल वापस आ चुके हैं. एंड अब बस यही है कि हाउ विल लखनऊ स्टार्ट देयर campaign. There is current spark that you see in every team, but this is somehow lacks that. Maybe you don't need the spark. Maybe the spark might be like a क्या बोलते वो, it might just be like a fake spark, and you'd probably just, because इन लोगों के पास एक चीज है जो मैं देख रहा हूँ, they have a lot of the players from the past 2 years together. ये यूनिट बहुत साथ खेल चुकी है. थोड़े बहुत नए नवेले चेहरे तो हर टीम में हैं, but this looks like they have a very good core. अगर आप मुंबई में देख लो, काफी बच्चे चेंज हो गए. हैदराबाद में आप देख लो, काफी लोग चेंज हो जाएंगे. मे बी द नॉट द साउथ अफ्रीकन बंच, बट अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट, एंड दैट्स वेयर आई लुक एट दिस टीम एंड आई सी केएल राहुल knows these guys inside out, and he's just, the only thing is like, yes, Gambhir's tactics and how much that makes a difference, we'll have to look at that. But thank you so much चिराग भाई, इतना अच्छा दिख रहा है यार. तुम आओ यार रेगुलरली स्ट्रीम पे. आपके साथ बात करके मजा आ गया. सुदीप दादा, आई होप यू टेक केयर ऑफ योरसेल्फ, आप जहाँ पे भी है. And everybody else who's watching, like करिए, सब्सक्राइब करिए, शेयर करिए, चैनल को. we're working immensely hard and we'll keep working harder. But till then, everybody take care. Chirag bhai, lovely to see you again bhai. Take care and have a nice day.